Welcome to the DentiMax Tip of the Week. In this week's tip, I want to go over creating multicodes. First of all, to start with an explanation, if we go to the Setup button and I click on this bottom left box, Setting Up Multicodes, and just edit one of these codes so you can see it, a multicode is essentially one code or one button that's going to represent up to 8 codes that you put into that multicode. You can assign an abbreviation or a code and a description to that item, so when you go to use it, it makes it clear what other codes might be listed within that multicode. For example, if I open up the ledger on a patient, I have the option in my options menu to use a multicode to post transactions from the day if I didn't want to post from their treatment plan. So if I click use a multicode, here are those 4 multicodes that we have showing up in the system currently, and you may have the same ones as a default. If I go ahead and click on adult prophy with 4 bite wings and exam, with one click, it's going to add all 3 of those items as being billed out with today's date. Another place you can use the multicode is when you're treatment planning. So if I go to the patient's chart, I can click add a multicode and choose crown buildup and seat, or I can create a button that represents that multicode and then actually select the tooth number that I want for the crown buildup and seat. If I just select emergency exam, it's going to treatment plan for a single PA and a limited exam. Those are not tooth-specific items, so I don't have to click in the odontogram or select a tooth in order to make those show up. If I click add a multicode and select the crown buildup and seat, it's going to put those codes in the system as a treatment planned item for me, but it doesn't have a tooth number selected to it. So when it comes to tooth-specific items, I would recommend attaching a button to the multicode in here, and some people go ahead and actually create a new menu and name it multicodes so that you can reuse some of the images for the button or make it clear that this is where your multicodes are listed. So here I'm just going to select the crown buildup and seat as the multicode. And we'll go ahead and leave this image there, save our changes. Now I can treatment plan a little more directly with that multicode by clicking on it and then selecting a tooth number. And then we can see down here at the bottom, we have those same 3 codes, but they're actually attached to a tooth number at this point. You can actually use the multicode for different types of entry modes. So we now have an existing restoration for a crown buildup and seat on tooth number 3, just because I changed my entry mode. The other place you can use multicode selections is on the schedule when you're scheduling an appointment. We'll go ahead and use Dr. Huber. And if you're not using the recall information to schedule out from there for a hygiene visit, you could select add from multicode and just throw some hygiene codes onto this future appointment very quickly, as you can see here. The 3 places, once again, that you can use the multicodes is on the patient's ledger, on their chart, and when scheduling an appointment. If there's already an item that's treatment planned, it would be best if you grab that item and post it or put it on the appointment directly from the treatment plan rather than using a multicode. But as you can see, the multicode certainly can help save some time. What some offices do is they may have a system for the multicodes, or a system for their hygiene rather, where they name their hygiene appointments Recall 1, Recall 2, Recall 3. And they may already know that Recall 1 includes a prophy, an exam, and 4 bite wings. Recall 2 may only include a prophy and exam, and Recall 3 may only include a prophy. So when you're creating those multicodes, you can give these items a description based on Recall 1, 2, and 3, so that it eliminates the guesswork as to which one to choose if you already have some sort of system in your office established that way. So in the description, instead of putting adult prophy, exam, and 4 bite wings, I could just type Recall 1 and then attach my 3 service codes to this multicode. If you have any further questions on how to create or use a multicode, please feel free to contact DentiMax at 1-800-704-8494. Thank you.